Well, folks, the day has come. After 14 years of investing, after 6 years of being on YouTube, one of my companies has gone under, Voyager Digital, and boy, did I get brutalized today. A lot of people woke up early, got ready, got their cup of coffee in, and got ready to make that video, right? Just absolutely brutalizing me, right? And, I was cussed out. I was called about every name in the book. And I guess that's to be expected, right? I have a lot of disagreements with a lot of people on YouTube, right? The one place I never step over my bounds is like cussing people out, calling them a bunch of names and things like that. Although I very much disagree with a lot of folks' approaches in the market, the products they sell, how they hide their losses and they never show those, how they never show what moves they're actually making, their buy orders, their sell orders, they're never showing their losses, they're never showing their P&L, right? They're never showing what they actually pay to the IRS. They're never showing their statements from their brokerages, right? Which are all things I've done. I showed exactly how much money I made down to the penny last year from Fidelity Investments. I talk about all the stocks I'm buying, the stocks I'm selling, the moves I'm making in the market. I've had a public account for years now, and I've documented every single buy and sell order in the history of that account. And I've done all that. And some of these other people don't even come close to doing that, right? They don't do anything, but they attack, obviously, right? And so I never call people a bunch of names, and I've stayed consistent with that, and I'm going to stay consistent to that to this day. And is it tough to, when you're brutalized like that, not to fire back? Yes, absolutely. But I always think about am I going to look back at that thing because, a bunch of people called me a bunch of names, then I fired back and cussed them out and things like that. And I just feel like if I look back in history, I'm going to be like, why did I say all that stuff? I was really caught up in that moment, right? A lot of these people that all made videos today, none of them even show what they do in the market. They don't show that. They hide their losses. They hide everything. They deflect. They don't show anything, man. Me, I show it. Like, if I lose money in a stock, I lost almost 300K in Voyager, right? I showed that. I showed screenshots of that. I have no problem showing those things, right? It's like, I think it should be part of the process of being on YouTube in the finance space that you should show your gains and show your losses. But the fact is, a lot of these individuals don't want to do that because what they believe is if you show your losses, you're done, your credibility is done and all those things like that, right? Which is just not my belief whatsoever. I think if you have losses, you should show those. These other individuals, they don't show their losses, and dang, do they lose a lot of money, but they don't ever show it. They don't ever disclose it. They hide. But somebody that is open and does show, I lost all this money in this stock over here, boy, are they ready to attack that, right? And it makes you say, like, I wonder why, right? And it's life. It's part of it, right? They scream out, obviously, my failures. They whisper my accomplishments. They don't talk about the stocks that have gone up. They don't talk about, how much money I made from certain stocks out there. They don't do that. But as soon as I have a failure like this, man, they're ready to scream it from the rooftops, right? And, it's just, I guess that's what I signed up for, right? I have a big brand. I get a lot of views. I built this out for years and years, and it's funny how that works, right? Any success and all future successes, they're not going to say a thing about it. None of these people that came out and attacked, none of them are going to say anything positive about anything that goes right for me in the future, right? But boy, if anything goes wrong in the future, they will be 100% there and ready to attack. 100%. And you can count on that. They will be there, right? Just as we saw today. Like, think about how many people were just waiting for the day. Like, oh, I can't wait till Voyager announces bankruptcy. Ooh, I can't wait to make that video on Jeremy. And oh, he lost all that money. Oh, I can't wait. He lost all those 300,000. They were just waiting on it, man. That was like, this was their Super Bowl. Today was these guys' Super Bowl, man. It was their Super Bowl. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is the greatest day ever. One of Jeremy's stocks just went under. Crazy, man. But hey, it's Super Bowl day. You got to show up for Super Bowl day, right? It makes a lot of these individuals feel better. And to point at somebody else, if you have losses, but somebody else loses money, it's very easy and almost makes you feel good. that other person there is doing worse than you, right? So let's say you're down, 50% on a stock. It makes some people feel better to point at the other guy losing 70% or 100% and say, look at him, he's such an idiot, right? I took my kids somewhere today, and they were playing like a hide and seek game, and one of the other kids, he got found, essentially, right? And as soon as he got found, he starts announcing like where all the other kids are hiding. Hey, have you looked over here? And it's just like, it's funny how that works, right? And adults do the same thing. It makes them feel better to, shame other people. Shame. It's like, you ever seen the scene in Game of Thrones? What is that, Daenerys or Cersei's or whatever? And they're shaming her and, making her walk all around nude and whatnot. Shame. It makes some, other folks feel better. And although they have massive losses and sometimes much worse losses, they don't show it. They hide. And they'd rather publicly shame somebody else. And it makes it good to deflect on somebody else. Hey, my stocks are all down, but look at this person's down more. They lost everything on this stock over there. Yeah, it was just one of 25 stocks Jeremy owns, but still one of his stocks went under, right? And that's the social media world we're in nowadays. And that's not going away, unfortunately. That's just part of the process, right? And, the bigger brand you are, the more known you are, obviously, the more you have to deal with that, right? Now, when it comes to Voyager, let me speak on Voyager for just a minute. And I have a big challenge for, these folks. I want to get into that in just a minute. But Voyager, obviously, I wanted some sort of crypto exposure. Sure, looking back in hindsight, I should have kept my crypto exposure to 0, right? That would have been awesome. But when I looked at it in 2021, I was looking for some sort of crypto exposure. So my thing was I was either going to put a few $100,000 in Ethereum, or I was going to put a few $100,000 in what I had found, which was Voyager Digital, right? And so with Voyager Digital, this was this brokerage that was obviously growing like crazy. And I mean, if you want to talk about the numbers for Voyager were extraordinary. No one can deny that. The user growth numbers, starting to get to profitability, the assets under management, where they were ranking in the App Store. They were doing partnerships with like Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks, and like you can't deny the fact that Voyager had their stuff together when it came to numbers. There was nothing you could poke out and be like, that's a bad number. Their numbers were incredible. The one thing we couldn't see with Voyager, right, was that they would lend a bunch of money to a hedge fund that ended up going under in the Terra Luna situation, right? And Voyager was stuck holding a $600 million plus bag. I didn't see that coming. I wish I would have. I would have never invested in the stock and lost myself $300K if I had known they were going to do that. Obviously. But I did not see that situation coming, and it came and it took down the whole company, and it sucks. And that's, it's a big L, right? And it hurts, it hurts not just financially because it's like almost $300K, but it hurts on a win and loss record, right? It's a real L, and that's no fun. But I could have put the money obviously in Ethereum. I would still be down huge on Ethereum, by the way. I think I would be down like 60 or 70%, but I wouldn't be down like 100%, right? So, looking at that, I wish I would have known that they were going to lend money to a hedge fund that went under. But I did not. All I knew is their growth was insane. The numbers were insane. All the financials were looking really dang good. The balance sheet, they had an incredible amount of cash compared to the market capitalization of the company. But it all pales in comparison to when you loan out money to a hedge fund, which we didn't know about, that particular hedge fund that ends up going under in a situation. So, sucks, man. Sucks. So I have a big challenge, to all these YouTubers that, let's say get 10,000 plus views a video, right? And want to, say I'm such an idiot, I'm clueless, I don't know anything, I'm the worst investor, blah, 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 and are just ganging up on me right now. I issue you a challenge, okay? And I know every single one of those people is watching this video right now. So don't turn it off now, okay? I'm issuing you a challenge. And this is fine with being open. And I know you guys don't like to be open. You like to hide. I like to be open. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 1, 3, and 5 year challenge, okay? We can set up an Excel spreadsheet. We'll link it in the description of all our videos. And we each get to pick 10 stocks or ETFs, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. And we'll see who does better over the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. How about that? And take me up on that challenge, and we'll see. And if you're all that you say you are, right? And I'm such a clueless idiot that I don't know what I'm doing, then you should easily beat me, right? Let's do it. We could start it this month. We could start it in August 1st. We can pick our 10 stocks. You can pick 10 ETFs, whatever, 10 index funds. I don't care what you pick. we'll all pick 10 and we'll see who does better. All you got to get is a minimum of 10,000 views a video. And we'll do this challenge. And like I said, we'll link it in every single one of our videos in the description area, and everybody will be able to track. All the audience will be able to track it over the coming years. I almost guarantee you none of these individuals, despite just hearing that, will take me up on that. And it's easy for you guys to reach out. Reach out to me on Instagram and let's get this challenge going. I guarantee you no one's going to end up doing it. And the reason being, essentially, the reason these individuals won't do it is they just called me a clueless idiot, that I don't know anything and I'm so stupid, blah, 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 right? And so now if they lose to me publicly, you want to talk about real shame? It's no different than the boxer that says, oh, I'm going to kick so-and-so's ass. I can own them. I'm going to knock them out, and then they lose the fight, right? I'm willing to do it. But I just know these individuals won't do it because they hide everything. They hide everything. They don't want to show anything. And they don't want to get humiliated and embarrassed when I destroy them over the next 1, 3, and 5 years. So I'm willing to do it. And I got a bigger brand than all these people. All these people, unless your name's Kevin, Graham, or Andre, I got a bigger brand than you. So like all those other people that just made those videos today that have the big brands that, get 10,000 plus views a video, like here's your challenge. So you're going to get more out of it than I'm going to get out of it, I can tell you that. The only thing you're going to get out of it is losing over the coming years. So let's see. I'll wait. I'm right here. Okay? Much love as always, guys, and have a great day.